Number 11 here, very similar to the last one we did as far as overall look and arrangement. Line AB from here to here, 7. Distance AC, CD, DB are all equal. Radii of inner arcs with centers at C and D. These here are 1.5, 1.7 respectively. Radii of outer arcs with centers E and F are 3.7 and 3.9 respectively. Okay, so not a lot to it. Really not that difficult. It's just a matter of really paying attention to what we have. I do know from A to B diameter I have is 7. And so, and by the way, I just copied these center lines from the previous problem just to be ready to go a little faster. You feel free to do the same thing. So A and B here and here. Definitely it comes to a point it is not a tangency or a nice smooth transition like what I show. What I'm doing is I'm going to do this to delete or to trim this and this. So endpoints of this line are A and B. Now I'm also going to use a new command, and this is on the you would think this is on the modify command. It is not. It's actually on the draw command right here. Divide. So divide, D-I-V, divide. I'm going to select this item right here. Now it's asking for me to enter how many segments, and A to C is 1 segment, C to D and D to B are 2 more segments, so a total of 3, and I right click. Now it appears that nothing happened, but you might be able to see there is this little white dot here. This is one of the things that kind of aggravates me about Autodesk, about AutoCAD, is that the point right there, and that is what it is. If you keep zooming in, you're never going to see anything more than just that point. The point style, the default setting, is just a dot. Now, how do I get there? I'm going to go to, I said point style, so P STYLE, no, point style mode, no, none of those are it. It's not the style, it's the type. It's the type of point. So P type, enter, and here is my selection, and there is the default setting. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. I usually go with this one. Just make sure that you're picking lines or circles that don't fall in place with other lines. 5% shows its relative size to the screen, and I'll hit OK. There it is. So these are now points. By the way, let me show you. If I am doing a line, I cannot get an object snap from these points. Now, by the way, I mentioned 5%, the size of those 5% per screen. As I zoom in and out, they zoom in and out. The point still only exists at this location inside of here. This here, again, notice there's only one object snap there. If I do a region such as RE, and there it is again. So if I zoom way out where those things are just so small and I do an RE, there it is, 5% of the screen size. So, but the object snaps I can use for this is a node. So again, pop it up here. It is a node right here, and shift right click. There is a node down here, and that's what those points are. So I know there is A here, B or C here, D here, and B here at the end. I know C and D have arcs drawn, and it shows those, the internal one 1.5, external one 1.7. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do a circle from a node, and if I get close, you can see that the green circle is popping up there. So this radius is 1.5, and I'll do another one while I'm here from node 1.7, and then I will just simply copy from node to node. Now I could have turned this on in my object snap, probably would have been just as quick, but since I only have a few and shift right click is pretty quick and easy, that's what I'm doing there. Now these trim as such. And then this here. And those arcs are complete. Now, I'm going to go ahead and erase these. It's not that big of a deal, but the point style, I don't really want those to show up or to be there, get in the way. Now I have a point E and F, and that is where these intersections are located. Let me verify that. Looking it over, I don't see anywhere else identifying where those points are. So that is E and F here. And again, I have an arc here of radius 3.7 and another one, same place, 3.9. And then I could copy or mirror, doesn't matter, from there to there. And then I can trim. And it looks like this is supposed to be an exact spot as well, and it doesn't appear that it is. If you do get something different, then it sounds like you did it right and I made a mistake somewhere. But at this time, that's all. Again, the purpose of you getting used to doing some of these. You learned a new command, divide. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to do another command prior to that, P type, for point type, change its style, change its look. You can mess with its size if you want to, and then those nodes, object snaps nodes for those points will then also be there. And we are done.